Hey friends, I want to share with you something today that God's laid on my heart about a fresh start or new beginnings. Such experiences we often relegate to those that are steeped into seemingly unconquerable sin, or we think about people that are so far down that they have nowhere to look but up, and we think that they need a fresh start or a new beginning. But I suggest that there are times in all of our lives, many times throughout our life, that we need a fresh start and a new beginning. God says to us through the prophet Isaiah, "Behold, the former things have come to pass, and new things I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them." He said, "Do not remember the former things, nor consider the things of old. Behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall come forth. Shall you not know it?" So the Lord makes it clear that He can and He will let us know when we're in need of a fresh start, or when we're in need of new beginnings. We need a fresh start oftentimes when our vision or our purpose has been blocked by challenging difficulties and challenging surroundings. And He says that He'll make a road at that time. He'll make a road in the wilderness. We need a fresh start when our joy has been dissipated. And He says in Isaiah, He says that He'll make a river in the desert. We need a fresh start when the excitement of life or even of ministry is gone, when peace is absent in our homes and from our family. We need a fresh start when the vigorous, abundant life that Jesus died for us to have has been robbed from us, from our family, from our church, and even from our nation. Perhaps as an individual, you've been there, or maybe you're there now, where life has just been robbed from you, where you've been to the place where life has just been sucked out of you. I encourage you in those times to listen for and begin to take hold of new beginnings in every facet of your life. In the parable of the Good Samaritan, we find a man who had fallen among robbers. They stripped him of his clothes, they beat him, and left him half dead. Now, I know we could rail the priest and rail the Levite for ignoring him and going on by, but instead I want to herald the Samaritan, because he's the one that Jesus told us to pattern after. He's the one that the Lord told us to be like. He is the one that was a God sent for a man to experience a fresh start in his life. The Samaritan went to the man. He had compassion on him. He bandaged his wounds. He poured in oil and wine, and he took care of him. He was the one sent to minister a fresh start to a half-dead man. He was a neighbor to those fallen among thieves. And Jesus says to us, you go and do likewise. Be just like Him, do the same. But both men in the story, the Samaritan and the half-dead men, are recipients of new beginnings or fresh starts. Wherever you are right now, maybe you're in a place where you're broken and you're wounded, just waiting for that one who can pour in the oil and the wine. I want you to know that you can endure through to a fresh start. You can endure this for the joy that is set before you, when soon you are the one that's carrying the oil to minister healing for the glory of God, to minister the healing of a new beginning for God's glory. And so I want to pray that He would ignite in us a desire for new things that He is declaring to His people today for His glory and for our benefit. That the days of being drained and lifeless are now a thing of the past. God, help us to forget them, that they are no longer a part of our life, and stir in us grace for a fresh start and a new beginning. And God, let us begin again and again and again, that You are a God of new beginnings.